All right. All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom Tada came out there preaching his word in true sincerity. This is your brother Shamar coming back with another lesson. And in this lesson, I want to go into, how regarding these dudes who claiming to be Israelites, but they moving in the off spirit, whether they're preaching off doctrine, hanging out with people that you have no business hanging out with, all right, trying to lead our people astray ultimately and cause confusion, and at the same time claiming to be an Israelite, all right, and that doesn't even make any sense. You sitting here calling yourself a Israelite, saying that you're a man of the Lord, and then you're moving like a reprobate and like a demon, a bug out, all the above. All right. Hey, but the time is coming that the Lord he's going to make it known who's off and who's not. All right. The ones who ain't right in the spirit and ones who are right in the spirit. Okay. Regarding prophecies. All right. As well as you're going to start seeing people get judgment, man. Because that's going to really put the fear into our people, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, for you to know who is really moving in the spirit and who's really not, man. Because outside of that, Jake, takes it as a joke. All right. It's just like it says in Ecclesiastes. Let me see if I can get it real quick before this one. Let me see. Hold up. It's not here. Might have had it backwards. Hold up. Okay, it's 8 and 11. Yeah, it's Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. All right. And that's why these guys are so bold in doing the BS that they doing, basically, because judgment isn't being executed speedily. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is long suffering. All right. And he's going to get you at the right time. Might not be right then and there on the spot like we want it to be. Nonetheless, the Lord going to get you at one point or another, man. All right. And it's going to be when you least expect it. Because these dudes, they're all off, just to keep it 100. All right. And you have to have a spiritual eye and spiritual discernment in order to see that these dudes is off and not in the right spirit in the first place. All right. And you could tell by the ones who mainly look up to them, so to speak, watching their content, subscribe to what they teach and trying to follow after their ways, because that ain't really the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. But it's going to be made known when you start seeing the judgments taking place, man. All right. Hey, the Lord getting ready to take, 2/3 of our people out of course. All right. As well as you guys that's claiming to be Israelites and you being a straight up demon and you just off in the spirit thinking that everything you're doing is good when it's not, man. All right. That ain't really moving in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And that's why, like I was going to start off with right here, it says what it says in 1 Peter 4:17. I'm going to read it in the NLT. It says, "For the time has come for judgment, and it must begin with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's house. And if judgment begins with us, what terrible fate await those who have never obeyed the Most High's good news." So what terrible fate awaits these guys, man? All right. Because judgment is going to begin at the house of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So what terrible thing do you think is going to happen to these dudes who is off in the spirit, saying that all nations can receive salvation, or that it's okay for you to basically take time off from doing the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to go to focus on your worldly aspects of your life and come back later? They don't say that nowhere in the scriptures, man. Here it is. You have an example of men in the scriptures who did the complete opposite. They had jobs. They were fishers. They were fishermen. And what did Yahweh say to them? Follow me and be ye fishers of men. And they straightway said, basically walked away from the job, man. Meanwhile, you got dudes saying to do the opposite. Say, forget following the Lord and go pursue after a career. Go pursue after making more money. Hey, the scriptures say you cannot serve two masters, man. You're going to either worship Yahweh Hashem Yahushai or you're going to worship Mammon. And these dudes, the ones, who I'm talking about, all right, the recent ones, pretty much showing you they in the spirit of worshiping Mammon, as well as these other guys too, ultimately, that's coming with these wayward doctrines and whatnot. Because why would you do that? What benefit do you get out of teaching BS? You doing it in order to receive some type of gain, more 9 times out of 10 monetary gain, all right? Because they're not just teaching this out of sincerity, like, oh, we, sincerely believe this is what it is. We want to wake up the people to this and that. No, man, it's all about hitting the Cash App, hit the Zelle, you hitting, platforms, podcasts, some type of monetary exchange is tagged along with what you're doing. You're not just out there doing it like the men in GMS. All right, we out there on the highways and hedges, teaching first and foremost, okay, as well as making lessons and uploading it on the internet, not even asking for anything in return for it, just doing it out of the sincerity of the right thing to do, because this is the whole duty of man. Serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and doing his will in the first place. You're not supposed to be, we going to receive our payment on the other side, all right? We going to receive our payment when we get delivered and when the kingdom is established, man. We're not worried about receiving anything on this side, all right? We're cool with the Lord giving us our daily bread, man, all right? Putting a roof over our head and allowing us to continue on doing his will, man, ultimately, because this is our whole purpose. We ain't here to try to find our life, all right? We sacrificed our lives, all right? Like I had mentioned earlier, the men who were fishermen, they walked away, sacrificed their livelihood, so-called, to do what? Follow after the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, all right? Follow after Yahushai and do what? Preach the word. And we're no different in today's modern day time, man. Yeah, we're going to have a job to maintain a roof over our head and whatnot. Yet ultimately, we're not sitting here trying to put off serving the Lord in order to try to pursue a career or some other BS. Because we understand at the end of the day, this is all temporary. This is all a means of us getting by until the end comes, pretty much. And we literally are at the end. Prophecy speaking, you've seen all type of things going on regarding the prophecies with the mark, World War III, civil unrest, the collapse, all right, famine. Everything's on the cusp of going down, man. And then you have guys sitting here telling you to go back into the world and leave your watch posts. We're supposed to be watchmen in Israel, and they're telling you to leave your posts. Go, get yourself high up in this society, and then you can worry about trying to come back and be on your post when it's convenient for you. This ain't how it worked, man. All right. You're supposed to put Yahweh Hashem Yahushai first. All that other stuff come last, man. All right. And continuing on, 1 Peter 4:18 in the NLT, it says, and also if the righteous are barely saved, what will happen to the godless sinners? And that's right. We already know what's going to happen to them, man. All right. Ultimately, you're going to get caught up in the judgment that's coming to pass in Babylon in the near future. Because these guys that's doing all these things, they ain't really worried about the time of Jacob's trouble. All right. The mark of the beast. Esau come with the great wrath. All right. They focus on themselves. Because if you was really concerned about those things, you will be moved with the spirit of fear, man. Knowing that all these things is getting ready to go down at any moment. So where are these guys are gonna appear in the near future when these things go down, man? Hey, they're gonna get caught up in all these things getting ready to happen. And they didn't warn the people. They're not telling the people to get ready for it. All right. They not really moved with the spirit of fear. They don't really believe, you know. They just call themselves an Israelite and then just do whatever the hell they want to do. That ain't how it works, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has a set program and order of how to conduct yourself and what to do leading up to the times to come, man, that we're living in now. Verse 19, it says, so if you are suffering in a manner that pleases Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, keep on doing what is right. And that's right, man. Hey, doesn't the scripture tell you to, Paul spoke about it? I know how to be abased. I know how to be abound. So you're going to have moments when you're down bad, so-called check to check. But then you're going to have times where you're cool. It ain't like you're going to always be down bad. All right? It's a balance. All right? And nonetheless, no matter if you are doing good or you in your season of doing bad, so-called, all right, according to the worldly, outlook of it, like you tight on money, not really, a lot of shit just keep happening. Hey, keep on doing what pleases Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. Keep doing what's right. Because then you got other guys who they willful when they get into a situation where, you down bad for a season. Instead of you just continuing to do what's right and serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, trusting that he's going to get you in a better position or get you past whatever you're going through. All right, these dudes are willful, trying to take matters into their own hands. I'm gonna fall back from doing the work. I gotta go out here. I gotta eat. I gotta survive. Hey, you don't have no faith, man. Ultimately, hey, because it's nothing for the Lord to give you riches, to give you money, to give you a better job, or whatever it is, to help you get out of whatever situation you may be in. Yet, are you going to continue to move in the right spirit and do what is right as you're going through those things? And it's clear as day that these dudes don't. They're not in that spirit. All right, but continuing on, it says, so if you are suffering in a manner that pleases the Most High, keep on doing what is right and trust your lives to the power who created you, for he will never fail you. And that's right, man. You got to trust, trust that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to take care of us ultimately. All right. You got to believe that. And like I said, this is just showing that these guys don't ultimately have that faith. They don't have that belief that the Lord is going to really take care of us, man. All right. Or take care of them, because we believe that. That's why we continue to press forward, doing what we're supposed to do in the spirit, man. Keep doing what is right. All right. Doing our lessons, going on highways and hedges. All right. And not taking a hiatus, so to speak, just to go do some shit in the world and then come try to double back later and serve the Lord. Nah, man, you already left your post. You fired. If you leave your job, if you work in a job and you say you security guard because you're supposed to be keeping watch or whatever, and you just leave your fucking post and just dip out, what you think gonna happen? You fucking fired, man. They ain't gonna want your ass coming back just showing up like it's all good. Hey, the Lord ain't dealing with that either, man. That's lukewarm. You want to go back into the world and then double back, you want to go focus on worldly matters and then double back later and come back and be like, all right, now I'm ready to serve the Lord. Hey, man, you should have counted the cost before even jumping in, because it ain't no in and out, all right? This ain't double dutch. Hey, once you get in, you stay in. And then if you go out, man, you cook. You done. Ain't no going back to it after you done left, after coming in. But this just shows you the spirit that these guys are in, man. All right. And you got, judgment basically coming to you in the near future. Because you might think that it's all good because nothing is happening to you as of now. But then you're going to see in the near future when all hell break loose, shit hit the fan. Then you're going to realize that the Lord, he not really going to be there for you, man. And don't be surprised, because you wasn't even holding it down on the fort, staying on your watch. Here it is. It's clearly laid out what to do until the Lord returns. And you don't even want to do it. You want to do your own thing. or you want to try to wiggle in, gray areas, so to speak. Oh, I had to go get a better job, or I had to go do X, Y, and Z. And then the Lord ain't trying to hear none of that, man. All right. So you're going to see when the time comes, man. All these dudes who ain't right. Now, this is 2nd Ezra 16, and I'm going to start at verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. And that tribulation is coming, man. All right. That time is going to come where they literally going to be having us on the on the trying to however they do plan on doing it, linking us up or tying us into some BS false flag or whatever the hell to justify them rolling on us, man, and trying to use their witchcraft to persuade the people to be against us, which is very easy to do because people already have an issue with what we teach, right? Nonetheless, hey, that time is coming, man, where Esau's gonna start rolling on, the ones who believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. All right. Verse 73, it says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. And that's right, man. That's when you're really going to be tried. And here it is. You got dudes who leave in a post just to try to get in a better situation in the world or whatever the case may be. Hey, wait until you really being tried, man. When that hour of Jacob's trouble, the day of Jacob's trouble comes, man. All right. Wait until the Lord's really trying everyone. And then you're going to see who are the chosen, man. And they're going to be tried as gold in the fire. And everybody isn't that precious gold, that precious metal. All right. A lot of these guys are just stubble. And you're going to be, when you try, you're going to fail miserably. Because now it ain't nothing going on. So you can seem like everything good, disappear for 4 weeks or however long, come back, and then try to act like you still good to go out there and teach, man. Wait until that real pressure come, man. All right. When the Lord is really trying our faith, you already done failed. Here it is, you going through a little minor situation. Oh, my money tight, this and that. You don't have faith, man. All right. Because that ain't got nothing to do with you serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. And if you really genuinely needed a better situation, all you had to do is keep on serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, doing what is right, praying on it, fasting, and things will work out, man. There's certain ways to handle it, different things. But these dudes, it just show you the spirit that they in, man. The spirit of being willful, spirit of doing your own thing. Not in the spirit of serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and being on his program. All right, continuing on verse 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. And that's right, man. Hey, the days of trouble are getting ready to happen, man. They are at hand. All right. You worried about getting more fiat money. Hey, man, digital money ain't even gonna matter anymore. When he makes that new system, you ain't even gonna be able to buy or sell unless you get that mark, and you probably gonna take that mark if you worried about making money so bad, because it's gonna come to a point to where you can't make money, you can't buy or sell unless you got that mark. All right, and what you think that the true believers of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai gonna do, man? We're gonna say to hell with that, man. We ain't taking that mark, but we're going to have faith that the Lord is going to provide some way for us to maintain ourselves and, continue on until this shit it comes to an end. But you're going to have a lot of guys out there who telling our people it's cool to go take that mark, just like they said it was cool to take that jump shot, man. All right. Hey, that time is coming. And it's going to be made manifest who the true believers of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai were. All right, when you see in the prophecies coming to pass, and you're going to have these dudes who saying they Israelites telling you to do the wrong thing, man, leading you astray. Meanwhile, we never switched up like the Apostle Tahar made his video, man. Going into how even years back, 2000, way in the early 2000s, 2007 or, earlier on, And he was saying, you know, they never switched their stance on what the mark was or what they teach, man. These other groups, these other guys, they constantly switching, showing you the spirit that they in, man. Hey, but it's gonna be made manifest when all things starts taking place, the prophecies, the time of Jacob's trouble, Esau coming with that wrath, that great persecution coming upon the ones who truly believe. All right, when our faith is really being tried, it's gonna be made manifest who actually is, you know, the down for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, basically, man. All right. Hey, so with that, you know, I'm gonna wrap up and give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash, double honors to our apostles and elders and bishops, and shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word.